And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, the start of a brand new week, again after that Scottish Cup final defeat, again another sore one, but something that I was kind of expecting anyway, but we got to put a lot of emphasis now on this summer transfer window, making sure that we get it right and hopefully find a team, get a team that we can all get behind and really like the look of. But we have got our work cut out this summer with trying to get rid of dead wood and bring in new faces. We've already confirmed one signing of the summer transfer window, but we need a ton more if we want to stop finishing second in every single metric. Now in today's video guys, I've been keeping you up to date with regards to the whole Champions League stuff about Rangers and their Champions League fate and how they need to get there. And now we have got our confirmed qualifier opponents. There's no, if this happens, if that happens, it's all confirmed, and we're going to show you today the opponents that Rangers could face. Now, the good news is for Rangers is that Benfica now will not enter the Champions League qualifying and will enter the league phase automatically. And of course, that means they are no longer in the qualifiers. Why that's good for Rangers is because that will be seeded in both of our qualifying rounds and will, of course, now avoid big dogs like Benfica. You don't want to be playing a Benfica in the qualifying round, rounds, and you also don't want to be playing, Lille in the qualifying round 3 before you even get to the playoff round. So it's good news. We're seeded in both rounds, and Benfica have now moved out, meaning that we're one of the bigger dogs in this qualifying pool. Now, in terms of where we are at, guys, for those of you that don't know, it's been the same for the last sort of 2 years. We've got to play two-legged ties. Playing the qualifying, we're going to go into the qualifying round 3, and now, as you know, we're seeded. We obviously navigate those two-legged ties. We then get into the Champions League phase. Now, already, some teams are going to be starting in the qualifying round 2, and I'm going to put this graphic up there, courtesy of Scotland's Coefficient. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, go give them a follow on Twitter. They, pretty up to date with regards to all of the stuff about Scottish football in European football. But as you can see there, we're going into qualifying round 3. Now, the teams that we share the pool with is Slavia Prague, Salzburg, and Lille, meaning that we can play one of those 4 at the bottom. As you can see there, Fenerbahce, Union Saint-Gilles, Dynamo Kiev, and FC Twente. This might change. Look, this is just being projected. Look, Partizan Belgrade, of course, qualifying round 2 has not yet happened. Of course, Partizan Belgrade could go on and beat a Fenerbahce or a Dynamo Kiev. A Lugano could also do the same. So, in this metric and then just this graph, it's just showing the favourites at this moment in time. Of course, Partizan Belgrade and Lugano could also go through to the qualifying round 3, but this is the worst possible scenario that we're giving you right now. So as you can see there, Fenerbahce in that first round is one of the sides that we can play. And a bit about Fenerbahce, again, they did spend a lot of money last year and were top of the table for much of the season. But you could probably actually describe their capitulation like us. Fenerbahce fans not happy. Galatasaray, of course, won the title yesterday. Fenerbahce kind of bottling the league, really, in all honesty, finishing second, and as stated, their fans were not happy. So they obviously enter at this round a side that finished second in the Turkish Super League, will again probably spend big in the summer, and again a side that I don't think have been great in Europe, but they had a great start to the campaign in general in the league, but yeah, a side that we should be beating at this stage. Next up is a familiar foe, Union Saint-Gilles. Now, the year that we actually got to the Champions League group stage through the qualifiers, our first opponent in the qualifying round 3 was Union Saint-Gilles. Again, a Belgian side, you know all about them. Again, they're sort of European regulars these days, and side that actually beat us. They did beat us that year, but we ended up beating them in the second leg and getting the job done and progressing to the playoff round. But again, they finished second in the Belgian Pro League. There was a moment where Club Brugge, it did seem they would have beat Club Brugge, but they got the job done and went through. Union Saint-Gilles, and now the side that we could potentially go and face. Next up is Dynamo Kiev. Now, Dynamo Kiev are probably regulars around this time of year. Again, they're nomads at this moment in time, don't currently have a home. You currently know what's going on in Ukraine. So again, a side that we could probably face. But to be honest, I don't know an awful lot about Dynamo Kiev, just because it just feels Ukrainian and Russian football just it's kind of not ignored, but you don't really know what's going on with regards to the teams. But again, Dynamo Kiev, again, another doable tie. Now, this is the exciting bit, FC20. Now, FC20, of course, if you've been following along in the Eredivisie, Ajax completely shat the bed this season. To be fair, recovered their position ever so slightly, but still didn't do enough to qualify in the sort of top three. Thank God, we're not going to be playing a Dutch giant like a PSV or an Ajax, and we're going to be playing FC20 as potential. Look, they're a good side, but still a side that we can get the job done, which is also good. If we do win this qualifying round 3, ladies and gentlemen, against one of these sides, we will then, as you can see, be seeded in the playoff round, and along with Slavia Prague, and then take on a side like RB Salzburg and Lille. Again, if they win their ties, they're just being projected as the best teams that currently go through. So, of course, the sides that are playing in qualifying round 3 could still beat Lille and Salzburg, and probably, football, there's probably going to be an upset along the way. But if we're looking at and projecting it, these are the best possible teams that Rangers could face at the playoff phase. And again, as you can see, RB Salzburg and Lille. Now, RB Salzburg aren't a side that really are used to this time. If you've been following the Austrian Bundesliga, which I have, they lost the title for the first time in 10 years. They look to make 11 in a row this year. However, Sturm Graz ended up winning the title on the final day, so congratulations to them, which sees RB Salzburg without the title, in fact trophyless for the first time, I think, in 11 years. So crazy thing going on there in the Austrian Bundesliga. Normally they get a bye straight into the Champions League for winning the title, but they're going to have to be in the qualifying round. They're also going to be under transition this year. Pep Linders is now the head coach at RB Salzburg. Of course, the assistant of Jurgen Klopp. So there's going to be a summer of transition. It's going to be a summer of maybe teething problems. So again, I don't think, they're kind of a shell at this moment in time. And I wouldn't necessarily look at the name and be that scared. We'll have to find out. I would fancy a good Rangers going up against them. Probably the one to avoid, though, then in the playoff round is Lille again. But as always with Lille, they're always a side that get completely raided. Some of their good players, I think Lenny Yoro at this moment in time is being targeted by Real Madrid and Liverpool, Manchester United and stuff like that. So again, they could be a side that could lose a lot of players this summer and be in a transition phase. And to be fair, French clubs just don't really do well at the qualifying stage. So again, looking at it, it's not that difficult. To be fair, it could be worse. You could always have I think having a PSV or a Benfica or something like that's even worse than having those in the playoff round, but certainly doable. But as stated, we need a good summer, and we'll find out through there. But they're the sort of teams that Rangers will expect to play in these qualifying rounds. And as you can see, again, it's doable, but we need to get the recruitment right. We need to make sure that we have a flying start this summer, and hopefully not have any lag. But there you go. That's there's the confirmed teams that Rangers could play in the Champions League qualifiers. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Will we get to the Champions League phase? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.